Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce the word blindness. There's a couple of different ways you'll hear native speakers pronounce this word. The first is the way I just said it, blindness, where you can hear the D sound in blind. When we say the word blind by itself, we do say the D, we do pronounce the D, because for the ND, blind, we want to hear that consonant cluster and hear the D sound. But when we go from that D sound to another N in blindness, you can hear how if I do say that D, I release it, blindness, it slows the word a little bit and makes a little bit of a break, because blind, D, requires the release of air, and then the N requires stopping or closing the tongue again and not having that release. And so often in fast, fluent speech, you'll hear people say this more as blindness. And so this D sound can drop, and it's more just like one N, one long N that connects. Blindness. So either you drop it entirely, or you can sort of make a little bit of a stop without a release. So rather than blindness with a released D, blindness. So I'm stopping the air for that D, but then I'm just staying with my tongue in the closed position and proceeding right to the N. If you feel the position for the tongue when you're saying an N sound, you're sealing off, your tongue is behind your teeth, and all of the air is sealed. It's a nasal sound, so the air releases through the nose. And then for the D, if it gets released, the tongue is also in the same position, but it's not sealed. It's just building up a little bit of pressure and then releasing. So what we tend to do is blindness, where we close for the N, stop a little bit for that buildup of pressure of the D, but rather than D, letting it release, we just move back to that N position again. Blindness. So that's pretty technical, but the request for this video, the viewer was struggling with that combination of the N, D, and N together, and that's basically how we handle that to keep it smooth and fluent. Once you can say blindness by itself, try practicing it in some short phrases. For example, blindness is a disability. She had blindness from birth. Just to take a brief moment to check in on the vowels here, letter I does say the I diphthong, like in light or in line, and then letter E is a reduced vowel. You can either say this as a schwa, blindness, or I tend to use a little bit of an I sound there, ness, because I'm basically doing as little vowel as possible, moving from the N to the S with just a tiny bit of reduced vowel, ness. Blindness. So blind is stressed and ness is short. Thanks so much for watching this video. For your comments and requests, if you have a suggestion for our Word of the Day series, feel free to leave that in the comments and I'll add it to my list to cover in a future video. If you need more help for the sounds in this word or any of the sounds of English, check out our Sounds of English course on SpeechModification.com. It's going to walk you through all of the vowel and consonant sounds, how they're spelled, how they're pronounced, what words they're in, and what accent error patterns to watch out for. So it's a great way to build a strong foundation to pronounce any word you like confidently and easily in American English. That's our Sounds of English course, and you can find it on our website, SpeechModification.com. I'll be back again tomorrow with another word of the day, and Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. I hope to see you there. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.